Let's talk class mammalia, specifically humanity. As you all know, man has shown accelerated progress in both his mental and physical development since its early stages till this moment. And through sheer determination, humanity has a chance to reach its pinnacle of development. But if we strip reality to its bare bones, war will always be man's greatest enemy.
The peaceful transfer of power, the cornerstone of American democracy, seemed a highly abstract concept today.
Writing history is an old and honorable profession with distinctive standards and purposes. But history is more than academic discipline. Up there in the stratosphere, it also has its own role in the future of humanity.
Good afternoon. They'd fled to a church for refuge to escape fighting which has erupted across Kenya in the wake of the country's disputed presidential elections. But for 35 of them, adults and children, there was no escape. They died after the church they were sheltering in Eldoret was deliberately set on fire.
Aside on this look-alike camouflage combat, my heart and emotions are with our beloved servicemen and women who put their lives at risk for the sake of their fellow citizens, knowing very well at any given moment they are likely to attract a barrage of artillery fire, a volley of mortal fire, a hail of bullets, or even uncountable crude weapons thrown to them by our enemies. Allow me to take you through a small journey about evolution of weapons. Let's step at a time in a day or a month when major innovations in history of weapons included adaptation of different materials from stone and wood to different metals and modern synthetics such as polymer plastics. The use of weapons is a major drive of cultural evolution and human history up to today, since weapons are a type of tools which are used to dominate and subdue autonomous agents such as animals. And by that, allow for expansion of cultural niche.
The power, the glory, the status and the fame.
Stone tips are one of the earliest forms of weapons assumed by archaeologists, with the earliest surviving example dates to around 64,000 years ago from the Natal in what is now South Africa. As humans discovered new natural resources beneath the Earth's surface, traditional weapons were replaced as methods for metal working developed. Let's step closer into the medieval period, when cavalry weapons were used to charge into enemy lines and create chaos. At this time, the old shields and armors were replaced by more sophisticated and advanced shields and armors. Then came the invention of gunpowder weapons, which revolutionized siege warfare.
Whoa!
Gunpowder is said to have been conceived in China. Stepping much closer into the 20th century, there was not only increase in weapons invention but also their ability to adversely affect the entire planet.
Smashing at Japan's home islands in 9 days of continuous bombardment.
The U.S. had a choice, an invasion of Japan requiring 1 million troops or a top-secret weapon. The Japanese were given an ultimatum: surrender or suffer dire consequences.
Single plane carrying a single bomb takes off from Tinian and drops that bomb over Hiroshima and kills 50 to 60 to 70,000 people. We are now into a completely new era.
Perhaps 100,000 people incinerated in seconds.
Chemical weapons were first used on a large scale on the battlefield in World War I, starting from 1914, despite existing international conventions that prohibited the use of such weapons. In 1915, the first propeller plane that could safely fire a machine gun through the propeller blade was invented. Later in 21st century saw increased use of guided weapons to reduce the risk of soldier fatalities.
In a normal state, a suit made of this material clings firmly to the body like a Hydra suit. But the moment the soldier gives a command under the influence of a magnetic field, the liquid becomes hard as a rock in just 0.001 seconds.
I'd like us to take a moment and see how war brutally leaves millions of people in total dismay. Imagine losing a brother, dad, sister, mother, minutes after having light moments or deep conversation. Any small provocation can balloon to base instincts. Base motives, especially in times of elections, drags humanity millions of years of primitivity. War causes losses. Peace promotes harmony. Let's remember the good works our servicemen and women have done to ensure humanity has a chance for millions of years to come.